Hello everyone, welcome to the channel. Today we are on question 3 of the 2021 BEC Maths paper 2. Question 3, we are adding column vectors. We are subtracting in this case actually. So I'll read through and then we will start with a solution. If R is the column vector -4, -5, and M is the column vector -1, -2, find P. Okay, so P, given that P is R subtract M. So P is R subtract M. Okay, now our column vector P would have X and Y components. Okay, so to get P, we are going to subtract the X components of each column vector and the Y components of each column vector. So -4, -5, subtract -1, -2. Okay, so -4, take off or subtract -1. Okay, now that's the tricky part would be that bit when you're subtracting a negative number, you are adding up. Okay, so subtract a negative number, you are adding. -4 plus 1, okay, it's -4 degrees cold, is getting 1 degree warmer, that would be -3. Okay, now let's subtract the Y components. So for the Y components, -5 subtract -2. Now remember, when you subtract, so subtract a negative number, you are adding up. So -5 add on 2 is -5 degrees cold, is getting 2 degrees warmer, that would be -3. Okay, I'll write all that in blue then. Okay, so P is the column vector -3, -3. Okay, so that's 3A. 3B. 3B. Okay, I'll read the question, underline the keywords. The sum. Okay, sum means when you add up. So another word or a synonym for sum is addition. The sum of two numbers, we don't know what the two numbers are, but the sum of those two numbers is 81. If the second number is twice the first, find the first number, the second number. If the second number is twice the first. So let's assume, or let's assume X is the first number. Let X be equal to our first number. Okay, I'm making that assumption. You can use any letter, but I'm choosing to use the letter X. The second number is twice the first. 2 lots of the first number is the second. That means 2x, 2 of x's would give you the second number. Okay, you need to write this in your exam. Okay, you need to state this. Let x be the first number. That therefore, or then, okay, from the information given, 2x will be the second number. the sum of the two numbers is 81. So if I add up the first number to the second number, I should get a total of 81. Okay, now let's collect the like terms. That means 3 x's gives a total of 81. Okay, 3 of a particular number, 3 lots of that particular number is 81. 3 times a certain number gives you 81. So what is that number? I will divide both sides. Remember, this is an equation. 3x means 3 times x. So the inverse of multiplication is division. So x will be 81 divided by 3. Okay, now feel free to use any method to do that division. If you know it mentally, that's fine. You can use the bar stop method for dividing. So 3, if you're unsure what the answer is, always use any method you're comfortable with. How many 3's are in 8? That is 2. Okay, 2 times 3 is 6. If I subtract that, I have a remainder of 2. Bring this 1 down, you now have 21. How many 3's are in 21, which is 7? And we know 7 times 3 is 21. Okay, so x would be the number 27. Now remember, x is the first number, which is 27. But the question is asking for the second number. And we know the second number is twice the first. So if our first number is 27, 2 lots of 27, 27 times 2. 2 times 7 is 14. Carry the 1. 2 times 2 is 4. 4 plus 1 is 5. So my second number is 54. Okay, and that's the solution to the part B. Now, part C. Okay, I've got a bit of writing here. Just clear that off. Okay, part C. Okay, there is a floor of a rectangular hole. Okay, I'm always I'm an advocate for using visual representations for questions. So I would sketch a rectangle. Okay, not a perfect one. This is my rectangle, which represents the floor of the hole. Now the length is 9 meters, I've been told, and the width 4 meters. I've also been told that there are tiles, smaller tiles. Okay, so this is a tile. I'll draw it right here at the bottom. Okay, now the dimensions are 30 centimeters by 20 centimeters. Okay, so we noticed the units are different. That's in centimeters, that's in meters. So it will be quite challenging to carry out your calculation when the units are different. So step 1, you need to convert one of the units so that they are both the same. In this case, I'm going to convert the meters into centimeters. And I know 100, okay, you should know this, 100 centimeters represent 1 meter. So this 9 meters is the same as 900 centimeters. And my 4 meters is the same as 400 centimeters. Okay, so how many of the smaller tiles would fit in or on the floor of this rectangular hole. So we'll start with lengthwise, how many tiles would fit. Okay, so the length of the smaller tile is 30 centimeters, and the length of the hole altogether is 900 centimeters. So how many 30s would fit along the 900 centimeters? So you're dividing. Okay, you don't really need to write the unit. You can just put 900 divided by 30. Okay, and that is 30. So you can fit 30 tiles along the length. Okay, so when you're dividing, the zero crosses off with that 0. You're dividing by 10, and then how many 3s are in 90? So lengthwise, you can fit 30 tiles along. What about the width? Okay, so the width of the floor of a rectangular hole is 400 centimeters. How many of the smaller tiles, the width, that's 20. How many 20s or 20s are in 400? That is 20 tiles. Okay, so altogether you can fit 30 along, 20 down. So to cover the whole floor of the rectangular hole, you need a 30 by 20, which is 600 tiles altogether. Okay, and that's it. That's the solution to part C of question 3. I hope it was really clear. Okay, so we'll go through question 4 on the next video. Okay, thank you very much for listening in today.